Hey everyone, this is Lucas, aka Mr. J, with 13 Rings and NFC East podcast, presenting to you for the first time ever DC Football 101 with Mr. J, presented by 13 Rings and NFC East podcast. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this podcast alone. That's because we at 13 Rings wanted not only to give you NFC East content, but Team Pacific content as well. That means every once in a while, one of us will jump on here to talk about team-oriented content, whether it's me with the Commanders, Mal with the Giants, Maurice with the Eagles, or Earl, aka JT, with the Cowboys. So with that being said, let's get into our first episode of doing DC Football 101 with Mr. J. So I'm doing this today, guys, because there's for those that like the nostalgia of the Washington Commanders, also used to be known as the Washington Redskins. One of the things that was leading up to was the idea of moving back to DC, but sadly, that's been put into jeopardy, and that's because with the recent bill that Congress passed, they did not include the provision that was on the table that would allow the Congress to transfer the land where RFK Stadium currently is into the power of DC's the city of DC. This is a big deal because DC would, if that was the case, it would have been for, I believe, 99 to 100 years. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but it would make it so much easier to build a stadium and build. I think the DC mayor was also looking at new housing and recreation center. So the fact is that that's not included in this bill before the new year, and who knows how long it will take before we can try to bring it back again. This puts not into jeopardy with the Commanders, but all coming back to DC, but we do own the land in Maryland, but like we're not the Maryland Commanders, we're the Washington Commanders. So like let's say what it is. DC politics stinks. It's not fun. Nobody likes it, and it's just this is not what you wanted. And to be fair, like our new ownership, led by Josh Harris, is doing everything they can. I feel like, and like he has a lot on his plate too, because this is not the only stadium he's trying to get built. He's also working on getting his basketball franchise, the Philadelphia 76ers, a new stadium in the city of Philadelphia. So there's a lot there that he's working on, and the fact is that politics are playing politics now, and even Donald Trump supporter Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, put out some fake news that wasn't exactly true. So that doesn't help the situation either. So I guess what I'm just saying is this: as a fan, you would want the Commanders to come back to DC, where we won all of our championships. But now, because of politics and all that other stuff getting in the way, it's depressing. It's depressing, and I wish that we didn't, as a fan base, have to deal with all this showboating and all the politicking when it comes down to it, because it shouldn't be this complicated, but they're making it, and we're trying to get rid of the stain of Daniel Snyder, and it's politics are not helping with that. So that being said, I don't know, man. It stinks. Now I do, like I said, Elon Musk's, as I said earlier, advisor to President-elect Donald Trump reposted information including inaccurate headline, state the bill with like $3 billion in DC stadium. There's no mention of money in the provision, just to be clear. Now, in the past, we would like to be a new stadium in about 5 to 6 years, around 2030. But that's not a firm deadline. We could wait and see, but like it just feels like there's not. It just feels like it's weird, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It felt weird that it didn't happen because everything was pointing to it happening and it didn't happen, and that's just frustrating. But I mean, the positive news is that at least the team's doing well on the field, and we can deal with the rest if they're doing well on the field. So That's all I really have. This is short, sweet, to the point. These aren't supposed to be super long. These are not like full episodes. These are just little shorts that we do for you guys when we feel like the news can't wait, or we can just touch on it briefly before our next NFC East podcast. 13 Rings podcast. This is just a quick thing. So just again, for everybody listening, I'm going to be doing this for Washington Commanders news and for our fans to grow our fan base of the Washington Commanders. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment to this video and to our page. These are exclusively on YouTube only, so you need to follow us on YouTube to make this happen. That being said, until next time, raise hell, Washington Commanders fans, and I'll see you next Tuesday unless something big happens between now and then. Peace.